To some of you, it may seem silly to ask someone to define the word race, but the reality is many people don't know what it is. Is it skin color? Is it ethnicity? What about the texture of our hair or the shape of our eyes? Is Latino a race? What about Muslim? What if I told you that race is not biological at all? The concept of race was first used during colonial times in the late 1600s. At this time, all colonial powers had a word for race, but it meant slightly different things to all of them. The group with the strictest, most controlling idea of race was the British, who were colonizing America. The English referred to all the people of color that they colonized as Third World. They assigned labels and attributes to these people groups without their consent or input. These characteristics and classifications were chosen to disempower and make subordinate the cultures they sought to overtake. Colonial dictators used skin color and other physical attributes that were easily recognizable to other Englishmen so that they could manipulate their countrymen into ascribing to these new ideals. Race uses biological truths to convince us of unjust lies. Rather being truly biological, race is economic, political, and social. It is a caste system that positions us on a continuum of inferior to superior status. How we classify people along racial lines varies and shifts over time to maintain a power structure that protects the interests of wealthy whites. We can see that this is true for several reasons. If race were simply biological, it would be a neutral term. It wouldn't stop anyone from getting married, buying a house, or providing for our families. Race comes with rules, expectations, fear, anger, and guidelines. We all know what it means to act black or act white. Even the types of jobs we work in are largely influenced by race. Race is a caste system with no room for growth. Society allows for exceptions so that we can convince ourselves that we don't segregate, we aren't racist, and we promote equality. But the fact is, we all feed the system that drew the racial lines. Anti-racism is a movement that seeks to undermine these systems. It is an active discipline that involves learning, introspection, personal growth, the dissemination of knowledge, and listening to the voices of the underrepresented. We have to be willing to embrace the discomfort that comes from changing our perceptions in ways that make space for the identities of all people.